Now let us discuss about another nematode, that is Trichinella spiralis. So the Trichinella spiralis, the main disease caused by this Trichinella spiralis is myositis. How it causes myositis is that when the larva enters the bloodstream and it incises the striated muscles, it causes the myositis. It causes the inflammation of the striated muscle, and there it causes the myositis. Also it causes the trichinosis. There what happens is that there is fever, vomiting, nausea, periorbital edema, and also there is myalgia. How the Trichinella spiralis is transmitted from one person to another person? From one person to another, or from the host to the person. So it mainly occurs through the uncooked meat, that is especially with the pig, and also it can occur with the fecal-oral route, though the fecal-oral route is very rare. Now what happens is that you can see there are mainly two cycles in the two cycles of the Trichinella spiralis. One that occurs in the pig, which is the definitive host, and the intermediate host is the human. So what happens is that there are adult male and female worms in the intestine of the pig, and the larva in the intestinal mucosa is present, and it goes towards the circulation, and after it goes towards the circulation, the larva insists in the striated muscle of the pig, and again if that is ingested by the another pig, then again the larva is formed and the adult male and female is formed, and that is the life cycle is completed in the pig. But if the insisted larva in the striated muscle is ingested by the human being by the uncooked meat, then what happens is that the larva enters the human being, and the larva that is released from the nurse cell in the stomach due to the action of the digestive enzyme forms the adult worm in the small intestine of the human being. And what happens is that the adult female shed the newborn larva after male and female adult worms mate, and it enters the lymph or blood. The larva dies in all other tissues. The Trichinella spiralis larva die in all other tissues except the striated muscle, and the larva undergoes encystment in the muscles, and the nurse cell larva complex is formed, and ultimately in the human, if human is dead, then the cycle is end. Until and unless the human flesh is ingested by the pig, or if there is some form of cannibalism and there is accidental ingestion through the meat of the human, then again the life cycle is occurred in the human, or it can occur in the pig. But the human to human transmission is very rare. It can occur through the fecal-oral route, but the human to human transmitted through the incision of the striated muscle is very rare, because there is very rare case of the cannibalism. So until and unless when the larva undergoes encystment in the striated muscle of the human being, until and unless that that meat is consumed either by the pig or the human being, the life cycle doesn't complete. So the cannibalism is the very important factor in the human being for this Trichinella spiralis transmission. Otherwise, after the death of the human being, the cycle ends. So this much for today of the Trichinella spiralis. I hope you understood this topic. Thank you.